students, welcome back to Fully Excited for Learning. So today we're going to do the project Tower Siege 1. Okay, so there are more parts for this project. And this is the project that I made. So when you drag and you drop, then all the blocks fall down. So because of friction they're going to fall. And then when you press reload, then it comes back. There are two like pyramids kind of ones. Okay, so this is the project, and whenever you drag it goes, and then whenever you leave the mouse, then it flies. Okay, so let's go into the project. So where ground comma mini ground 2, so these are the grounds. Mini grounds are those like you could see over here. This is a mini ground. Okay, so this is a mini ground, and this is a mini ground as well. So there are two mini grounds, and this is the large ground. Okay, as you can see, they are the same color, but the size is different. So this means that I've used the same ground class for both of them. So I've made the class ground, and then I've just changed the size of them. So I've made two grounds, and the ground class is the exact copy paste of ground class of Angry Bird. And they have said in the specific task to complete of this project that you have to copy paste the ground file from Angry Birds game to here. Okay, so there's no need of making a new class every time. Okay, so I think that we all know what are the components of the ground class. Okay, so static true, which means that it should be straight, it shouldn't fall down. Okay, and then this helps us to keep the ground still, otherwise it will automatically fall down. I'll show you. Is equals false. Okay, see, the ground is falling down, so we don't want that. So that's the reason we had keeping static true. Okay, next, these are the components, and fill brown, so I've chosen the color as brown for this. Next, so blocks, I've used 25 blocks for the project. Okay, so each so I've created two classes for blocks, so block.js and block2.js. So why I've created two blocks is because one block's color is kind of greenish blue, I'm not sure which one, and one block's color is pink. Okay, so I didn't want the same color, then it wouldn't look nice, I think. So that's the reason, as you can see, it's like this. So that's the reason so one block is block2.js and one color is block.js. Okay, so it also makes me easier because now I can actually block, and then I'll know immediately that the next one should be block 2, so I alternately using it. Okay, so block, these are the numbers, so you have to edit them according to your ground. So if your ground is right here, then you shouldn't copy paste this, and then the hexagons will be right here, so it's of no use, right? The ground and the hexagons, the position of the hexagons, no, sorry, the blocks should be in the same place. Okay, so you have to plan it accordingly. This takes a little effort, I totally agree, it takes a little effort, but still it's actually nice. So you have to play with it. Now sometimes it might be like block 1 is right here, and there's a little gap, and then block 2, and then continuously you'll have, so that's a little frustrating, but still you have to play around with the numbers, you have to check each time. So there's nothing to teach about this is totally up to you. Okay, I'll show you the block class. This is the exact copy paste of ground class. what I did is that I changed the class name from ground to block. And then restitution, friction, I added these properties to it. So restitution is 0.4 and friction is 1. Okay, so then it's the same for the ground class as well. So I literally copy pasted it. Then world.add world comma this body. So you are adding this body into the world. Okay, then display, push and pop. Push helps us to start applying, and then pop helps us to stop. So these two are very important. Okay, at the start is push, at the last after adding all the properties and everything, then pop. Okay, so where pause is, so this is a local variable, pause is. Okay, so you can see it's a local variable, and this is a global variables. So it doesn't really show that it's a global or a here, but you can see that that one was a local variable because I've added it in only this class. So if you want to apply it somewhere else, it won't work, only for this class. Okay, so then the RGB, okay, you have to go in Google, search RGB color picker. I've shown this in my project vegetable garden 2, I suppose. Yeah, and then you could search RGB color picker, and then over there you find a sliding kind of thing. Then you could choose whatever color you want, and then you can use the code below and then copy paste it. That's it. Okay, so I like that bluish green color and pink. Okay, so next is that, then the blocks, and then goes the hexagon. Okay, so hexa image and then hexa. So these are two variables that I made. Hexa underscore image equals to load image, and then polygon.png. So you can see this is the polygon.png. This png was given when I opened the file, open the folder, sorry, and then you just have to load it. We already know how to load in function preload. Then what you have to do is, I'm telling that hexagon, you don't need to make a different class for it. Okay, it's very simple. Like you need to write like 5 to 6 code lines. So hexa equals to bodies.circle, and then in brackets 50 comma 200 comma 20. So hexa equals to bodies.circle. So we are creating a circle. As of now, hexa is a circle. Okay, and then 50 comma 200 is the x position and the y position of hexagon, the circle. As of now, we haven't added the image of hexagon yet, right? So now, as of now, it's a circle, and then the radius of the circle is 20. So we know that a circle doesn't have a width and height, but it only has radius. Okay, so now we have created the circle, and now we have to add this hexa in the world. Okay, now next, after doing this, then we have to go in the display function. And then what you have to do, image mode, and then bracket center. So this is the syntax, and then image brackets hexa image comma hexa position x comma hexa position y 40 comma 40. So this is to add the image. So in p5 editor, it's like you have to keep the variable, suppose hexa, and then dot add image, and then in brackets hexa image. That's how we do in p5 editor. But here we have to, this is the way you can add the image to the variable. Now we have converted the circle into a hexagon. Okay, we have added the image. Then hexa image comma hexa dot position x comma hexa dot position y. So this is the syntax, sorry, and then 40 comma 40, this the shape. So now if you increase this by 40, so it will be 80, and then see, you can see that now it's not really a hexagon, it's a little stretched one. Okay, so we don't want that, we want it like a perfect hexagon. So 40 comma 40, now you'll see it's a nice hexagon. Okay, so now you can see that this is the width and height of the image, okay, of the image. So you have to scale it like that, okay. Then draw sprites, which is mandatory. Next we'll go to the chain class. So where chain, we have created a variable chain, okay, and then you can see that this is the chain class, okay, class chain, and then in brackets constructor body A comma point B, okay. So now we are connecting a body A, which is the hexagon or the hexa, and point B. So the point is somewhere on the canvas, so it's up to you wherever you keep the point, okay. Where options, and then in brackets body A, then colon body A, point B, colon point B. Stiffness is 0.04. So now let's just see what will happen if we increase the stiffness. Okay, so it's harder for me to drag. So it's really hard for me to drag it. So that's the stiffness. So if it's better if it's a little loose. Now it's easier for me to drag it, okay. So this is the stiffness, as in the strength of the, now if the rubber band is like a little fat, then it's hard for us to stretch, right? But if the rubber band is little thin, then it's easy for us. So the stiffness, yeah, I kept it 0.04, sorry. And then length is 2. So what is this length? Let's just see. Now I've increased the length. Now, okay, you can see that the hexagon is dangling, you know. So then when you see, it is like this. So we don't want it to dangle like that. We want it to be close to the point, right? So that's the reason the length is 2. So I kept the minimal amount, okay. See, now it's very close to the point. Perfect. So this is the chain class, and then this dot point B equals to point B. So the point B, what I did is that I copy pasted the slingshot class from the Angry Bird game, okay. So exactly I've copy pasted that, and then I've just edited a little, like class, instead of slingshot I wrote chain. That's what I did. Then this dot chain equals to constraint dot create options. So we have to know this is the syntax for making the elastic kind of effect, okay. So you can see that constraint, this is really important, okay. If you don't add this and you directly apply it, then it's of no use. Without adding it, how can you apply it, right? So first we have to make it, and then we can apply it. So this is a really important one. Now if you don't make this, you don't write this, and then you directly you are using it over here, and then you'll see what will happen. It's showing an error because it doesn't know what a constraint is. So that's the reason this is really important, okay. Next, fly. This dot chain dot body A equals to null. So I'll explain this later in this video. Display. If this dot chain dot body A, okay, then point A equals to this dot chain dot body A dot position. So we have declared that the point A is the body A's position, okay, and then the point B is the point B, okay. So then line, so we are making a line connecting point A dot X and point A dot Y, so the exact position of the point A, and then point B dot X and point B dot Y. So we are connecting the exact positions of the hexagon and the point B, okay. So this is a line. Now we want to see how is it. Now if you comment this out, now we cannot see the line, but it still works. But we want to see the line. We want to see, like, where are we taking it to. Now, like, if like this, then we want to see that how far are we taking it, according to that we can pull it, right? So that's the reason this line is really important. Okay, so this could be any color if you want, yellow, gold, green, it's up to you. Okay, and then so if this dot chain dot body A, then this is syntax. So point A equals to this dot chain dot body A dot position. So this is the body A's position, and point B is the point B. Okay, and then stroke weight, this is the weight or the thickness of the line. Okay, now let's go. We have created the chain, but let's go into the, now you can see that whenever I drag this hexagon, then it's getting moved, right? Like this, I'm dragging it, and then whenever I leave the mouse, then it's flying. So for creating this effect, we have to use a little code. So at the end, after the function display, then what we should do is that function mouse drag. So if mouse is dragged, so function mouse dragged, then matter.body.set position hexa comma x, and then in this brace bracket x, and then colon mouse x comma y colon mouse y, and then you close the brace bracket. So what does this mean is that matter.body.set position. So the body, which is the hexagon dot set position, so you have to set the position of this hexagon. So this is like a function, then matter.body.set position, so of the body hexa, because we have said hexagon, and we have to set the position according to where the mouse goes when it's dragged. Okay, not when it's just moved like this, when it's dragged. Okay, so whenever it's dragged, then matter.body.set position, the position of hexa should be equal to x and y of mouse. So it should go according to wherever our mouse goes. So the x position of hexa should be x position of the mouse, and y should be y. Okay, this is for making the mouse drag. And function mouse release, I don't know why they make it 2 times. Okay, function mouse released. So when the mouse released, it's flying, right? Now if you don't add this, let's see what will happen. So if you want to comment multiple lines, what you could do is first one front slash, and then a star, and then a star, and then again. So now you are commenting multiple lines. This is how you comment multiple lines. Okay, so now what will happen is that, see, it's still connected to the chain, which we don't want it. We want it to fly. Okay, so that's the reason we add this function fly. Okay, I'll just show you what is fly now. Function mouse release. So if the mouse is released, then chain dot fly. Okay, what is fly? I've told that, I'll discuss it. So fly, this dot chain dot body A, that means the connection between body A and chain equals to null. What does null mean? Means nothing, right? So the connection between the chain and the body is disconnected, so there's no connection between them, null. Okay, so this is the like a function that we made. This dot chain dot body A equals to null. Okay, so now chain dot fly. So now we are saying that the chain connection between both of them is disconnected, so there's no connection between. Okay, so this is the fly function, and we are applying it over here. So this is all that you need for this project. So I've also shown the additional tasks to complete, and this is very easy, but it takes a little effort for making these blocks, as I told you already. So it takes a little effort, but still it's a really easy project. Okay, so if you like this video, please like, share and subscribe. Okay, Don't forget to comment any doubts or queries that you have. Okay, so that's it for this video, and then I'll be back with Tower Siege 2 for the next one. Okay, bye. Thank you.